Right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome into a very special TCW Furious Intentions edition of the BCP, a very rare live episode. It's a pre-match Showdown episode. Got to get the bills paid first. Brought to you by our good friends, Funkenstein Wrestling Superstore, located in Englishtown, New Jersey. Flea Market, Saturdays and Sundays, 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. The Blue Building, visit them. We got Turtles, we got Ghostbusters, we got retro video games, Mac. I know you like that. We got wrestling, we got G.I. Joes, all that good stuff. Check them out. Online, eBay as well. We got some fun stuff coming out with them. Can't wait to share that with you. But right now, guys, don't want to bury the lead here. This is a rare opportunity. These guys are in separate locations. First, please welcome back to the show. He's the former Titan Championship Wrestling heavyweight champion. The man in, 26 years now has held almost 90 championships. Please welcome the legend, Monsta Mack. Welcome to the show. How are you, sir?
Thank you, sir. Thank you. You also forgot current TCW Tag Team Champions.
Yes.
With G's and Joker, the Tri-State Saints, a.k.a. Demon Saints, and current Catalyst Tag Team Champion. So, I'm just throwing it out there. And PJ, I'll allow you to you can get your props over. I'm just saying, I got to get my current props. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I got you, man. I got you.
Absolutely, man, and no shortage of accolades. Thank you for making the time, and of course, anytime, bro. And please welcome back to the show the very outspoken, the one who is literally taking over the independent wrestling scene, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. He's the IWA heavyweight champion. He is the Climb for Clout winner. Please welcome back to the show the Savage One, our good friend, Mr. PJ Savage. How are you, sir?
Man, it's an honor. It's a pleasure to be on the platform. As always, I love the BCP. I got nothing but respect for you. I got nothing but respect for Mac here, man. So it's an honor. I'm excited to get this going. We're going to get this going. It's going to be fun. It's going to be rough. It's going to be rowdy. And let's just have some fun with this, baby.
Yeah, man, and I'm excited for this one. And guys, thank you for tuning in. Deathmatch Russell, welcome in. John Blaine from Around the Ropes. Guys, please share the stream. If you have questions for the panelists, please let us know. Please keep it, civil and all that good stuff. But we're really excited.
Bring the wildness. Bring the wildness.
It's starting already.
Bring the wildness.
Guys,
you know what I mean?
You want to see the fight Saturday.
He's PJ Savage and I'm Monsta Mack. I mean, everyone says I'm very outspoken. He's very loud and brash. Bring it. We'll answer anything you got.
Let's
if
do it.
You want to know? Let's go.
These guys, no strangers.
You got two full canisters of gasoline on this
That's
podcast.
It,
for real.
With the nitrous boosters as well. All right, guys. But let's do this. Mac, I'm going to throw it to you first, respectfully. And if you guys have watched not only promos that they've done, but within the BCP realm, talking to these guys, I listened to both your guys' interviews recently, and you guys not even crossing paths so much like directly in any sort of storyline or anything like that, but just kind of noticing each other. PJ, you already mentioned that respect for Mac. Mac, you had earlier said, PJ needs to be, he thinks he's here. Right now he's here. He needs that long-term feud. He needs that experience. In the past year, I think it's almost been a year since I've talked to you. I think it was last November, Mr. Mac. We've seen what PJ has done, literally grabbing the bull by the horns, forming a faction with Jay Bougie and the Faceless Ones. We talk about him being the Climb for Clout winner, him finally getting gold, heavyweight gold. This guy put together a show, STP versus Takeover. I mean, he's done so much. Has your opinion changed? Have you been watching PJ Savage?
Of course I've been watching. That's my thing. You know what I mean? You always got to watch what's on the come up. And ever since PJ grabbed my attention a couple of years ago, I've been watching everything he does. I've been watching all the moves he's been making. And, he's doing what I said he had to do. Is he where he thinks he is still? So like if I said he was, before he thinks he's here and before he was down here, he wants to be here and he's like right there. You know what I'm saying? Okay. But the thing is, again, he really does he needs that dance partner to bring the fire out of him the way that I think he has. I know PJ has a ton of potential, and I know that he still has, as excitable as he is, I know that PJ has extra fire deep inside that needs to be pulled out in front of the audience. And the only way that happens, listen, I've been in there with some of the toughest men in the history of the business. You talk about Road Warriors, you talk about the Dudleys, the Steiner brothers, the Haas brothers, the Samoan SWAT team. You know what I mean? Santana Ortiz are probably the more recent tag team who pulled it out of me. And I got to show the world what I had. If you look at me, I just look like some short, fat Hispanic dude from Brooklyn who's just someone's Theo. You know what I mean? That's how I see myself. But when I'm in there with these warriors and they pull the fight out of me, I've had people tell me, man, I thought you were like 6'3", 330 pounds. I'm only 5'9", 275 or 280, something like that. You know what I mean? But like, they were like, man, I thought you were so much bigger because the presence on film, when you're in there and you're in battle, it's just ridiculous. That's what PJ needs. He needs someone to make him look like he's 7 foot tall and like 400 pounds of solid rock and just breathing fire on everybody. You know what I mean? When he gets to that level and experiences what that's like, you're going to see a whole new side of PJ, I guarantee you.
Very, very interesting. PJ, before I throw it to you, welcome in the boss man, Billy Fetsky, putting in the shameless promo ticket link in the chat, guys. Check out the show. It's
what a boss.
He knows the deal. The Brick, New Jersey debut of Titan. Tina, welcome to the chat. Brandon Downey. Chucky Ireland saying, savage. We got, this is going to be a Haas fight. A lot of comments, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Keep the questions coming. Please share the stream. PJ, you just heard what Monsta Mack said, man. He said, you're moving up a little. He's watching you. You know what you've done, man. Does that kind of change your mindset kind of going into this match? Because you've talked about how Titan has you felt slighted by Titan. Maybe you felt a little slighted by the former champ, Monsta Mack, man. Where's your head at right now?
One thing I want to touch upon when I say I feel slighted by Titan. We all, like Max said, I felt I was up here. He felt I was down there. As a professional wrestler, Mac knows this. We all have to think highly of ourselves. I want to be the guy. I'm the guy that's watching the main event. I'm the guy watching every match. I'm the guy that's standing behind the curtain, paying attention. I want to be the guy. If there's a match in front of me, if there's a match behind me, I want to see what's going on. If there's a main event of a show that I'm on, I'm going to take slight to it because I want to be the main event. I want to be that guy. So I'm going to stand behind the curtain and I'm going to watch. Okay, why is Anthony Gann going in that spot and I'm not? Why is Monsta Mack there and I'm not? Why is Johnny Moran there and I'm not? I have to do my homework. And this is the thing. Like, I'm going to take a slightly different road than people might expect me to take. Monsta Mack was right. I listened to what he said. And you know what? A lot of people say I have an old school mentality. I was trained by Johnny Rods in Brooklyn, New York. So there is a lot of old schoolness to me. I'm a guy that's going to put myself on the bottom of the ladder and I want to earn my keep. But there's no denying my goal or where I want to be. He was right. He was right. 100% right. I thought I was here. I was here. I know experience is what takes it. I know experience is what you need in this game. You need time. You need, like he said to me, he said I needed to be processed. I did need to be processed. And the problem I ran into on the scene was no one wanted to give me the chance. Everybody knew what I was going to be. Everybody knew what I was gunning for. I was going to gun to be the best guy there. I was going to take somebody's spot. So when you are that guy and you wear your intentions on your sleeve, people kind of hold you back and they push you back and they don't want to give you that spot. And, you know, that's what I held towards Monsta Mack. That's why every time I cut a promo, I could have been wrestling Joe Schmo. I'm going to call out Monsta Mack. He might not hold the Titan Championship, Heavyweight Championship. He might not hold it right now. In my eyes, he holds it. In my eyes, he holds the flag. In my eyes, he's the one holding the torch. He is everything. Bob, I don't know if you know this about me. I don't know if Mac knows this about me. I look up to Mac and Math, the Hit Squad. Takeover was basically essentially the Hit Squad. It's everything. I studied those guys. He was in the first ever Ring of Honor match. First ever. Do you understand the respect that gets to be put on his name? That's everything I want in my career. Everything I want to fight for. We was in this beforehand, before it started. He's been in the WWE locker room. He's been in the Impact locker room. He's been in every locker room with every name there is. Men that I stood up and looked up and studied and looked up to every way. He's what I want, but he's that obstacle in front of me. He's what stands in front of me for me getting to what I need to get. It's Mac. It's Mac. It's always going to be Mac. It always is. We're on the same scene. We're a couple Spanish guys from New York City that no one wanted to give a fair shake to. I just put out on my Twitter not so long ago, and you even retweeted it, where I put out that statement. I am the guy that every opportunity that has come my way, I have taken it. I have taken it off someone else's plate. I have taken it for my own. Nothing was ever given to me. And he was right. I was waiting. I was waiting in the wings. I was waiting for somebody to give me an opportunity because I was like, damn, look how many opportunities are being handed out. And I'm still here like this. I'm still here like this. What's going on? So when I heard that podcast, you notice I never put out a rebuttal. I didn't tell you I wanted to come back out. I got the work. And that's what I'm here doing. I'm going to put in the work and I'm going to earn that man's respect. I guarantee you.
Perfect segue. Same brain here. Bougie, I see you in the chat. We will talk about you because things happen. It ain't about you right now, with all due respect. I know there's drama. Mr. Mack, I'm sure you got your opinions on that. No stranger to being in groups. But PJ, let's leave it here, man. And guys, please keep your questions coming in the chat. Share the stream. Thank you so much for tuning in. He talked about having respect for you, Mr. Mack. What level of respect do you have for PJ right now, or is it going to take him to put you down, or what's it going to take?
I got respect for PJ, and this isn't like a slight or anything. I got respect for anyone that steps into the ring. Some people suck, and you know those people. We see those people. We know those are the people who have that social media following, but never paid any dues, didn't put any time in the ring.
Jay Bougie.
I wasn't gonna say him, but but like when I see PJ, like I said, he is the young lion coming for the old lion, right? And when I see PJ, I do see myself. I do see the hit squad coming up from the doghouse, from the JAP Wrestling Academy in Bayonne, coming up and crashing every ceiling that's placed above us. There was a time where if you wrestled for Jersey All Pro Wrestling, nobody wanted to touch you because you were a Fat Frank reject, right? Coming up, we just passed the 7-year anniversary of Fat Frank's passing this week, right? It was somebody who, without him, wrestling is not the same, no matter what anybody says, right? And that's because he gave us the ball. He gave us the Haas brothers, Dixie, Dragon, Deranged, Jay Lethal. He gave all of the guys who were mainstays at JAP the ball when nobody else would even touch us. And we ran with it and scored touchdown after touchdown after touchdown and went to other fields and scored touchdowns there because of Fat Frank and because of Bobby Lombardi at the LIWF Doghouse. You know what I mean? We went through wars, and I there's not a lot of people today that I can honestly say that, like, oh man, I would see them surviving. I think PJ would survive. The rest of his guys, I don't see as much. Faceless One's nothing against them. I haven't seen them enough to know how much they can bring. And Jay Bougie, I see a lot of him running his yap. He's a great wrestler, but I see him running his trap. And I get it. Have confidence in yourself. Hell yeah, you were ranked in PWI. I've never been any lower than, I think, 319. So I don't know what that 400 number is like. You know what I mean? But for him to make it like he's in the top 100, relax there, son. I get it. Be excited. First time. This is a great time. I think the first time I was like 298, right? And like, listen, there was nobody had our back. Nobody. It was because of what me and Moff were doing in the ring that got us to that without help, right? So everything he's doing, I respect, because that's the same road that I took. But at the same time, I'm waiting to see what he's going to do to split from the Takeover, because the Takeover made a lot of noise. Even though it was a runaway train on very shaky rails, they made a lot of noise. That STP Takeover show, I watched it. That was pretty dope. I was all about it. I was all about the Shane Taylor feud. Now, my thing is, where do you go from there? What's the next thing for you? You know what I'm saying? That's what I look for. So, again, I appreciate what you're saying about taking advantage of the opportunities that are out there. What do you do with those opportunities? where are you going? What are you making of them? That's my question to you. When we get in the ring this weekend, I'm not going to see PJ Savage, the guy that's right here in front of me. What I'm going to see is just another person I'm going to slap, another person I'm going to clothesline, another person I'm going to pin, because that's just how it's been for the last 25 years. Everything, it's nothing personal, although there have been times when it's gotten personal with people. And I sometimes wondered if it was personal for PJ because of how hard he was going. But then I realized that's just the way he is. He goes hard because that's how he motivates him. It's like football. If you're not playing out there to kill, you're not playing. You know what I'm saying? And that's how PJ is. He's smash mouth wrestling. And I appreciate it. And I hope that he brings something out and he shows me something this week when we're in the ring. Because if he doesn't, then my opinion of him will go down. But if he does and he brings the fight, and let's just say he beats me, I have no choice but to respect him on a higher level.
Wow.
Because that's always something that could happen. You take the chance in the ring. Whatever people think they know about wrestling, they don't know everything. Sometimes things get real in there. Sometimes things have a way of becoming what you see out there, the emotions, the physicality, the brutality, that happens there, and it's not planned or talked about in the back. That's just two guys going out there throwing as hard as they can to see which shots hit. And I have a feeling that's what we're going to do this weekend. As a matter of fact, I know that's what we're going to do this weekend. I know that if he does it, I'm going to slap the shit out of him, because that's the way I have to treat him. I have to let him know. If he doesn't like it, sucks to be you, bro. But I'm telling you right now, that's what you can expect this weekend. And here's a little bit of a surprise. I don't think PJ or you, Bob, knew. Rob. We're the main event. We're the last match of the night. I know this because, I got the hookup. You know what I'm saying? I do get those special perks because I'm a legend, or so they say. But we're live.
Wow.
So you want the main event? You want that spot? Here's your spot, PJ. Are you going to be man enough to step up to the plate and knock it out the park? Or are you just going to get a bunt?
Oh, man. You see.
I just, as you say that, I just see the smile on PJ's face, man. Oh,
Bob, you know me. This is what I work for. I crave those two words, main event. I wanted, when it's all said and done and my career is over, those two words to be synonymous with everything I do. And he even put out that tweet. He said, with all due respect to all the champions and all the men on this show and on this roster, this is the main event. And he was right. Because you know what, though? There's a big part of me. There's a very big part of me that whoever I face, I want to bring out the best of. Because when I beat them down and I leave them in the middle of the ring, there's no doubt as to what I did and who I did it to. You see, there's whispers about Monsta Mack. There's whispers. Is he on the tail end? Is this it? Is this his final run? That is not the Mack I want to face. I don't want to face the Mack who's on his tail end and questions if he's done or is he coming back after this run? No. I want to face Hit Squad Mack. I want to face the repeat offender. I'm going to bring something out of Monsta Mack when I step into that ring. You see how he says he's going to smack the shit out of me. Mack, I'm going to smack you so goddamn hard. I'm going to make you think you tagging with Dan Maff again, and it's 2006. I'm telling you, brother, I'm going to bring something out of you. I'm going to light a fire under that ass, Mack. I'm going to make you feel it. You see, you tried to give shots. You tried to give this same spotlight to men that stood next to me. You tried to give the rub to other men. And I sat there every single one of those shows for the past 2 years, and I knew you was giving it to the wrong man. Every man you stepped into that ring with, I said, they're doing it wrong. This ain't it. You see, now everything done changed now because now I got my shot. Now the young lion stands in front of the king of the fucking jungle. There is no doubt who he is. And I am going to beat the shit out of Monsta Mack in the main event. Mack, this is everything I've wanted. You know it. Mack, I'm going to stand in front of you and you're going to look into my eyes.
And I'm going to show you that level that you say I am supposed to be at. You're going to walk through that curtain and you're going to look back at everybody. You're going to look at the boss. You're going to look at the referees. You're going to look at the production team. And you're going to tell everybody that man surpassed that level. Shit, what was I thinking? Because when they talk about me, it's one thing. But when they feel Savage in the ring, it's a whole different ball game. It's going to be a different night. You see, this Saturday, I'm glad it's the main event because we're going to tear that building down. And I'm going to bring something out of Monsta Mack no one has seen in a very long time. And I'm not talking about Hurricane Ron from the top, bro. I'm not talking about him being the Adu man. He is. I'm going to bring that fire right back out of you, Mac. I'm gonna have you have that picture of your face when you walk through that curtain. People are gonna see those flames and those beady black eyes of yours. And I want that. I want to stand in front of the most dangerous version of Monsta Mack there can be. So when those shoulders lay on that mat for that 1, 2, 3, there's no doubt what the future of Titan Championship Wrestling and no doubt as to what the future of professional wrestling looks like.
Wow. I mean, you see the fire. You know, we know you, Savage One. I knew it was coming out, man. I'm fired up. The fans in the chat saying Haas fight, saying big boy fight Saturday, Wolves in the Dark, Raymond Sanchez from, I'm trying to stay calm over here, man. I'm getting emotional. This is crazy. Raymond Sanchez from the Respect the Craft podcast saying a generational battle that's needed. I think that's very well said. Bougie all over the chat here. I don't want to bury the lead here. Let's just get this out of the way. And Mac, I want you to weigh in on this as well. You've been in several groups. PJ, back to you real quick. I know you're emotional now. I know you're fired up, but I always psychoanalyze you guys in the ring. Takeover, man. You've done a lot. There were whispers. We had heard some things. We saw what happened over at Invictus. You guys lost to the Goons. Phenomenal match, but at the end of the way, you didn't get the dub. Bougie had some words to say after the match. Said he didn't need you guys. He's all over this chat during, you and Mac's spotlight. I mean, where's your head at? Is this going to affect you going into Saturday?
No, Bougie's my son. Look, and this is the thing, man. He made the list. Congratulations, Bougie. Clean or not, he made the list. AEW Dark, congratulations. You got jobbed out by Dalton Castle. Wow. Look, he's doing phenomenal things. But to do all those things, and then that man cuts a promo after he turns, and he says he's got to get out my shadow. To hell with my shadow. He's going to prove to everybody he's better than me. I didn't make that list. I haven't been on AEW Dark. You know what that is, man? Jay Bougie and everybody else know where the hierarchy stands, where the rankings, the real rankings stand. We all know you got to be friends of friends of friends to make that list. And I don't kiss no one's ass. Everyone knows he's not on my level. He's not. He had the same chance with Mac and he squandered it.
Wow.
The man couldn't even cut a promo.
Wow. Very interesting. Mac, I mean, you've been in so many groups, man. It's helped you rise to the top. And as you also see, sometimes these things fall apart. Does that get in your head? Do you have kind of a comment on PJ's current situation right now?
Like I said, he needed to get out of the group. I felt that way from the beginning. I felt the group needed him. He didn't need the group. It's cool to be boys, but sometimes you just got to take care of yourself. And I think Jay Bougie is an exceptional talent, considering how young he is, how little time he's actually had in the ring. I think for someone as young as him, he's doing really great for himself. But you see, Jay Bougie ain't bringing any of the takeover noise with him. He left that behind. You guys would carry the banner everywhere you went. He goes wherever, he forgot about what T.O. meant. You know what I'm saying? And listen. He's young. Stuff happens. I get it. I was young too. I used to do it too, man. We all do. That's just, we're human. That's what makes us human. Yeah. But, it's unfortunate, but sometimes me and Moff went through it. Me and Homicide have gone through it. Me and Loki have gone through it. Sometimes family got to smack the shit out of family, let them know that they screwing up and wake them up. And if that's what you got to do, that's what you got to do. By the way, I just checked. My lowest ranking was 398 my first year. I actually thought it was a little bit higher, but still, you know what I mean?
Pretty good.
But I'm just saying, it's not 400. So,
Wow. Wow.
Love you, kid. Love you, kid.
Wow.
But I just want to go back to what PJ was talking about.
Please.
I love the intensity. I love the fire. I love the emotion. And on my screen, I'm looking right at you, PJ. I'm not looking wherever. I'm just right at you. Understand what I bring to the ring, my knowledge, my strength, my aggression. If I remain calm, that's the best thing for the situation. Because for all the years that I've been in the ring, I've only lost my calm a handful of times. And each time, a person has gone to the hospital. Pure accident, but there's no mistaking it was my violence and my rage based on their stupidity brought out of me onto them. And I let them know. And listen, there's guys who hit harder than me. There's guys that are bigger than me. There's guys that are tougher than me. But for whatever reason, I don't know what it is. When I'm challenged, I make sure there is no question that I did my job. I did what I had to do to drop what was in front of me. And I know you know what I'm saying when I say that. So if I were you, I'd relax on trying to get me fired up because we might have to make an ambulance call. And Lord knows Billy has made the helicopter call before, and I would hate for that to happen. So I'm just saying this as calmly, as cool as I can say it. And I hope you can appreciate where I'm coming from with that. That being said, I promise you that when I hit you, that when I punch you, when I give you an elbow, when I give you a clothesline, you're not going to feel it as hard right then and there. You know when you're going to feel it? Right after the bell rings. Right after I pin your shoulders down for the 1, 2, 3. Because then you're going to realize, damn it, I really slept on Steve. I really should have known I was going to catch this. And then that's when the neck's going to start to hurt. That's when the jaw's going to start to hurt. And everything else that you feel is all going to come crashing all at once. And listen, it's no harm, no foul. I'm still going to respect you. I just want you to bring the fight to me because I'm the type. Swing first every single time, please. I invite you to swing first because I know when I swing, it's going to be last. You know what I'm saying?
I got you. Mac, you can take that remain calm and shove it up your ass.
Nah, man.
If you step into that ring and you remain calm, this is going to be the shortest match of your career.
You think?
And I'm going to make you look like that old dog.
You
if
think?
you don't come.
By the way, how am I on the last leg of my career when I'm the current tag team champ and we're looking more dominating than any other tag team, including the past champs? Who were they, PJ? Who was the past PCW tag team champs?
All right, you got me there. You got me there. You know, look, when you carry dead weight with you, I've been succumbed to me trying to open up the door for friends of mine.
But see, this is why I said what I said. They needed you more than you needed them. Now, this is your test. If anything, look to this Saturday to be the beginning of your road. Because the way that I see it, right? And now I have to speak on my behalf. I'm going to beat you. It's that simple. I'm going to beat you. But what I was talking about earlier, how do you handle the loss? Where do you go from there? You had the opportunity to be in the main event with the top dog, the face of the company. You got beat. Where do you go from there? What's your next move? This is chess. It's not checkers. You hear that a lot. With this game, it definitely is. How do you handle it? Where do you go? Who do you go after next? Do you go after Moran? You already started something up with him. Do you go after Gangone? He's the champ. How do you get to the champ? Who do you go after next is what you should really be thinking about past Saturday.
No, you see, bred as a professional wrestler, and if you want to make it in this business, we're taught one thing very early, and you know this. There's no such thing as a plan B. There's only one plan, Mac. It's to knock your ass out. That is the only plan. That is the only way. You see, right now, the title is going to come in front of me one way or another. I'm going to put myself right in front of that title. I'm not even supposed to be in front of you, but here I am, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to work my way. I'm going to get my way. And I do not miss. I do not miss. When the opportunities come in front of me, I do not miss. And I'm not going to miss Mac. There is no universe that exists where my shoulders are going to lay down for 3. I promise you. It's going to take a whole lot. It's going to take an army. It's going to take the whole hit squad. It's going to take low-key homicide math. It's going to take everyone just to come out to hold me down. And even then, it might not even happen. I'm going to come at you with everything I have. Savage will be fully unleashed and unchained and uncontrolled. That's why I'm telling you, if you come into this ring or you walk through that curtain with an ounce of calmness to you, you are from Brooklyn, you are from the hood, you are from New York. Weakness gets eaten alive. You are staring down that old version of you. That old version of you, if he was staring down that version of you right now, he would tell you, I'm going to eat you alive.
Wow.
That's what you're looking at right now. You're looking at the old version of Mac, a little hungrier, a little stronger, a little more savage. It's going to come out. There's no way this main event, I got the main event. Those two words mean the world to me in this business. Probably more than any championship there can ever be. The main event means you are the guy. That's what people came to see. That's what put asses in seats. I take pride in that. In the moment that I'm in there, I guarantee you this building is going to be filled up to the brim. And it's not because the old dog, the face of the company, is in the main event. It's because the new lion, the new dog, Savage, which everyone all over New Jersey, Connecticut, Philadelphia, all over the East Coast, every time I walk through that curtain, they chant my name because they know it's only a matter of time. And you damn right, the road starts on Saturday. The road starts on Saturday. Savage Unleashed. There's no takeover with me. There is nothing. In TCW, I stand on my own 2 legs. Because I know what stands there, and what stands there is Monsta Mack. And I don't want no cronies. I don't want no jobbers. I don't want nothing helping me get this W. I want it as clean as possible. And this might break the whole building down.
So be it. So
hell of brimfire.
Wow.
Mac, listen.
Beat your
I'm gonna give you one little stat before we go on to Rob's next question.
Of course.
In my 25 years, I've never been knocked out. Knock on wood. But I've been knocked dizzy by 2 people. You know who those 2 people were? You want to take a wild guess on who they were?
Low-key. Damn math.
Low-key was one. Low-key kicked me so hard that the world took 5 seconds to catch up with the rest of my head. And that's my own cousin, my own blood. And that's fine. Because what did I do? I dropped him with about 20 power bombs to where he got concussed and couldn't remember the weekend, right? That was my little love tap back to him. The other person was Nick Gage right after he got out of jail. Very first match, caught me with a forearm right across here. I fell down, but I wasn't out. I was done. There was no way I could stand up, but I kept fighting. If those 2 heavy hitters can crack me in my skull and I don't go to sleep, it's going to take kryptonite and a bunch of adamantium for you to drop me. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not going down. I'm a mountain. You know what I mean? I'm a mountain. And when I say that, you don't see mountains drop. They don't just fall. If anything, they explode with all that hot warm lava that's inside of them, and they cause damage to everything that's nearby with no mercy, no remorse. This is why I tell you, I don't want you to catch that lava. You know why? Because I would feel bad that I stopped and ended the career of a man coming up who I think has potential. You asked me, you told me you want the old me to come out. The old me, the one that went coast to worldwide with everything representing right here. It was on AEW TV this week with the family, right? Because I got family that shouts this out. It's not the Hardy Boys. Fuck them. Fuck North Carolina. I don't give a fuck, right? It represents Brooklyn, Bed-Stuy, do or die New York. It represents the Hit Squad, Homicide, Moth, Low Key, and Monsta Mack. That's what it represents. It represents 25 years of domination, whether it's New York, LA, Japan, Florida, Canada, Mexico, Puerto Rico, whatever you want to name. People who see this and know what it means, they're afraid for a reason. It's not because I'm the teddy bear that you see now. What I present to you is how I keep from killing everybody. Because you've talked to me in the locker room. I hate a lot of these motherfuckers in the back. I hate a lot of them because they're soft. They can't handle what I had to go through. They can't touch what I've touched. They can't reach where I've reached because they're soft. All of them. It doesn't matter who. So when I see you, and I talk to you the way that I do, and I keep my circle small. There's only a few select number of guys that I talk to the way that I talk to you when I see you. It's for a reason. So understand that if you get the calm, thinking man on Saturday, it's because I don't want to end your life. I don't want to put the end of PJ Savage, give him a date. October 1st, 2022. I don't want that to be your end date. You feel me? You understand where I'm coming from, bro?
That's the start date, man.
Wow. I mean, first of all, if you wanted to fire up Monsta Mack, PJ, I think you just saw it happen just here, and he's just getting warmed up for Saturday.
Yeah,
I'm
there's a couple more notches. There's a couple more notches. And I'm gonna pull them out.
I mean,
it's not gonna come out. It's not gonna come out tonight if it does, because I'm telling you right now, I won't sleep until after our match on Saturday. If you bring that out, I'll be up, and if I'm up, not only am I fired up, but I'm a pissy old man, and I will do petty shit because I'm that way.
Oh man, you see how men get afraid when they see this? He's not lying, man.
Yeah, for real.
Men get afraid. They trembles down their spine, the goosebumps.
I just love that how every time Matt gets fired up, you just have this big smile on your face. I'm super uncomfortable.
Point. That's the point. Men are afraid of that.
Yeah.
This is a dream come true for me. Absolutely. I'm in Disneyland.
Absolutely, man. And best of luck to both you guys. Real quick, just going to the chat. Bougie poking at both you guys. I'm going to let you guys take care of that on your own time. That's between you guys. Bougie will talk down the line.
You got enough clout. Let him go over there. There's a reason you got to keep calling me out.
Chucky in the chat say you guys are scaring Rob. Yes, very much so. A lot of it's Savage time. Lots of Savage in the chant. In the chat.
Hey, I want that to happen. I want there to be a lot of Savage. You know why? Because he needs more eyes on him. Listen, if he runs anywhere that I'm at, he's going to be the top dog. Anywhere that I'm not at. Anywhere that I'm at, though, it's not going to be as easy for him. But he shouldn't want the easy road, and he doesn't. He's saying it right now. He wants the challenge. There you go. You want to cheer for Savage. You know what I mean? Because in 5 years, depending on what happens, you're going to probably end up, oh, man, I remember he's on the Indies. Now he's on TV taking over things. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of people are going to look back at this match. This is the start. They're gonna look back at this one.
Well, talking about this one, guys, and guys, thank you so much. You know, we're running long here, and that's great. I want to keep going here. If you guys have any questions in the chat, get them in now. We appreciate all the comments. Everyone's really fired up. I saw the ticket link in there as well. You had a lot of eyeball emojis, guys. I don't even know what to say at this point. I do want to ask you this, PJ. You brought this up, man, and I'm just calling it down the middle, man. Like you said, you've done so much for a lot of people, myself included. I remember you literally bringing Bougie up to me saying, hey, you got to get this kid on your podcast, man. What happened, all that kind of stuff. But that being said, PJ, you said, and you guys are both great competitors with people waiting in the wings. Mac, you know so many people. We know that you're a tag champion. Black G's, you have Joker. You have so many people in the corner. PJ, you have Takeover. PJ, I'm just calling it down the middle, man. IWA, man. Every single match, you're out there. Every single match, Takeovers. I thought you were going to be selling tickets, ripping the tickets, selling popcorn at one point. I thought Shane was going to take off a shirt and be wearing a Takeover shirt. I didn't know what was happening, man. And I know you guys both are crafty. You both have a ton of experience. You have tricks up your sleeve. PJ, you said you want a clean fight. I'm going to ask both of you guys. I'm not asking for your word. I don't have that kind of pull. But is this going to be a straight one-on-one, down the middle, no one at ringside? May the best man win, PJ.
I said it just now. People are going to look back at this moment 5 years from now and say this is where it started. There's no chance in hell anything is going to happen. The only thing that's going to happen is going to be me and Monsta Mack in a ring that I hope is reinforced. That is the only thing that's going to take place. I do my shenanigans wherever else I'm at. You know, I have fun. You could run roughshod because there isn't a Mac there. It's like he said, anywhere he's not, I'm the guy. Where he's at, there's going to be a tougher road. But you see, that's what I love. I love the challenge. I want the challenge. I want the fire lit. I want the passion up. I want everything there because this is my time to show I am going to be the man going forward. There's going to be no fuckery. You have my word, Mac. Titan Championship Wrestling has my word.
I can tell you that G's is on another show and Joker's still mending an injury that he suffered last month on his ankle. And, listen, I don't need anybody out there. I haven't needed anyone for a long time. I am a tag team specialist. I know how to be a general in that environment. But this, when it comes to singles, every fight for me is a fight for survival. It's a fight for the top dog, every fight. You ask Johnny Moran for a whole year kept pushing. Every time he was in there, he felt it. And it wasn't until I slapped the life out of him that he was able to get to the next level. And it's not just Johnny Moran. It's everyone that I'm in the ring with. If you're going to beat me, you got to drop me. In the last 4 years, I think I have 4 losses. And I know you're not supposed to keep count of your stats, but I do because, it's something that means something to me. I only work a limited amount of dates because I want to make sure that everywhere that I do work, it means something. It is special because that way, whoever I'm working, whoever I'm wrestling, whoever I'm fighting with, it means that much more every single time. I'm not going to just whore myself out to everybody who has money. It doesn't work that way. I tried that. Didn't work out so great. I got over on my own without. Before there was a hit squad, it was Monsta Mack versus Low Key in almost every, within the 200-mile radius, within every state. We went as far west as Michigan, as far north as Massachusetts. We wrestled everywhere in between. For 2.5 years, 3 years, it was us. And then the hit squad happened. And then the road got wild for me. So I know what it's like. Trust me, there's not going to be anybody there. It's just going to be me and Savage in the ring. And the referee's going to watch and make sure someone gets their shoulders pinned. It's that simple.
Wow.
Hey, Rob, I know you like the Nets, right? You're a big New Jersey Nets fan, right?
Originally New Jersey, now Brooklyn by default, yeah.
You got a little Jason Kidd jersey you willing to give away? Because he's gonna have to like the number 5. Because I'm gonna put an extra number on that lost column, brother. It's going down.
That's a good one. I'll give you that one. That's a good one. But
It's going down.
listen,
Man.
there's a famous Muhammad Ali quote that I have hanging on my wall downstairs. And it says, if you even dream of beating me, you better wake up and apologize. And right there, that's a little bit disrespect to me that you think you're going to be number 5. I don't think so, my friend.
Guaranteed.
Wow. Very, very interesting. Chucky in the chat saying, all this lion talk has this fight building up. Lion King vibes, Simba versus Scar. Yeah, for sure. Gentlemen, I want to be respectful of your time. Guys, and again, check out Titan-ChampionshipWrestling.com for tickets. Before we get out of here, though, guys, PJ, I'll throw it to you first, and then Monsta Mack. Final words, maybe to the fans, to each other, before you guys square up in the ring. No more talking on Saturday. Guys, again, Brick, New Jersey, Furious Intentions. Check it out. Get your tickets now. Very hyped. PJ, anything you want to say to your opponent or the fans?
5 p.m. tomorrow, all my social media platforms. The promo drops. Be ready, Mac.
Wow. Very intrigued. Monsta Mack.
I don't need a promo. Normally, I like promos. Normally, I like doing all that good stuff. And listen, I was in New York, and the thought of standing in front of the Brooklyn Bridge and the new World Trade Center and cutting that promo on you to showing you who's the king of New York when it comes to the pro indies. I was like, you know what? I'm going to let what we do here and what we do on Saturday talk for this match. I think we did a good job getting a lot more interest for people to check out on Saturday. But what I do want to let everyone know, I've been called many times the craziest one out of the Hit Squad, meaning all the group. And the reason why they say that is because I have no fear when it comes to throwing my body in danger to win a match, whether it's doing a dive, whether it's taking a crazy move or giving a crazy move. I've never questioned, and I'm the one that's going all out. I'm prepared. I'm prepared to end up in a hospital on Saturday, but with the win. I'm prepared for it to possibly be my last match with the win. I am prepared for PJ Savage to continue after this match and watch him blow up and watch my decline, but with the win. And the reason why, for the last 25 years, it doesn't matter who it is. Like I said, I've been in there with the greatest of Hall of Fame legends, to a young Jay Lethal, to everybody. You name them. I went in that locker room AEW. I've been in that locker room WWE. There are people that I started that got to that level because of me, because of our time in the ring and our time in the back. The one thing I say to everyone before a match, I'm going to say it to you, PJ. Are you ready? Are you ready to make the sacrifice? Because I know I am always ready. And if I have to make the ultimate sacrifice to show you that I'm better than you on Saturday, then so be it. I'm willing to go through that. And the reason being, you talk about nobody gave you nothing. I took everything in 25 years that I ever had. Any accomplishment. When they said that it couldn't be done, that I was too old, too short, too fat, too anything. And I shut them the fuck up. And the reason why is because I don't know any other way, PJ. I don't know any other way than to succeed when everything is against me. Everything, whether it's age, whether it's size, whether it's, political, whatever. I smash through everything that I am faced. I always overachieve And the reason being is because since day one, I've never felt wanted in this world. I've never felt like I deserved anything in this world. I never felt like I was given anything. Everything that I have is because I earned it and because I took it. Again, are you ready to make the sacrifice? Because you better lace them up tight, because I swear to God, if you come any less than that, I'm going to light your ass and everything that you know on fire. Let me just repeat myself. If you come with any less effort than what I've seen, with any less maliciousness, viciousness, savageness, I promise you, I am going to end everything that is PJ Savage. And this ain't wrestling talk. This is man to man. This ain't no fucking boys bullshit. This is man to man. You're going to face your first ever true test. It's up to you if you're going to have more tests after that. But I promise, I'm ready to make the sacrifice every time, especially on Saturday. Lace him up tight, PJ.
Hey, Bob, this is what you clip right here. You see, because I could yell, I could be intense, I could be savage, but I'm gonna be real for 1 second. I hope you lose sleep the next couple days, Mac. Prepare for war. Nothing less and everything more. Like the saying goes for wrestling, over everything. If you bleed together, we are brothers. And Mac, we will be brothers on Saturday. I am going to push you to your limits. I am going to bring out the best Monsta Mack there has ever been. I will be the man that lights that fire under your ass again and makes you feel the love, the passion, everything for this business. And you're gonna sit on that gurney in the hospital holding the biggest L of your Titan championship career. And you're gonna sit there and hold it with a smile, because you're gonna know it was you that took it away. The young you, the new you, the new flag bearer, the new guardian of the gate, the new face of Titan Championship Wrestling. PJ Savage!
All right. Well, gentlemen, thank you so much for making the time. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little shook. Thank you guys for making the time and keeping it very real. Like we heard here, it's gonna be a straight up fight. Tickets are selling right now. Brick, New Jersey, guys. Furious Intentions, Titan Championship Wrestling, the Savage One, taking on Monsta Mack. May the best man win, guys. Thank you for your time. And guys, like we always say here on the BCP, everyone stay safe, stay positive, take care of each other.